Yo! Yo, check that out, man.
Machu Picchu. It's on almost every traveler's bucket list, but it's become recently blacklisted due to frustrations with logistics, overcrowding, and high costs. But I wanted to see it for myself, bringing my dog along for the adventure.
And it's just occurred to me, I'm just with my dog in Peru, hiking to the last town. And I'm thinking like, I'm not going to be led to Machu Picchu.
In this video, I'm taking a different route, the kind locals actually use, to see if visiting Machu Picchu can still be simple yet affordable.
It's a goal of like, yeah, 2 minutes to buy them. So, you know, we got a good deal when I'm the only foreigner on the bus going to the most touristic place in Peru. Maybe the deal was too good to be true.
From navigating the local transport system to finding budget-friendly options and avoiding the tourist traps, I'll show you step by step what it's really like to reach the lost city without breaking the bank.
Well deserved. And then the fact that we get to enjoy it in 2025 is just incredible. Good morning, we've got an hour to get to this bus. I'm doing all the packing.
We begin the morning travel to Machu Picchu in a budget hotel in Iscuchaca, a town located an hour outside of Cusco, but still on the direct bus route to the wonder of the world.
Come, let's go. Look alive. You need more beauty sleep or you good?
Due to the small town nature, $10 gets you the bare essentials with a private bathroom, and for the extra $2, a paid garage which is said to be well guarded 24/7.
Right, there we go. Leaving the tuk-tuk behind. We've just got only the backpack now. There's no security here. I am leaving my laptop behind as well to save weight. So that's a bit worrying, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna go catch the bus now. Yo quiero ir a la estación de policía. No tan lejos. ¿Cuánto? Get it. Okay, aquí, adentro, please. Well, this is already an interesting morning. We're in a chariot-style tuk-tuk, where it's kind of a motorcycle engine back there. We've got our gear. We're on our way to the bus. We weren't going to make it by walking to get there for 6 a.m. So one soul is a nice compromise. Just like that. Outside the police station.
In the last episode, officers out front the police station said that at 6 a.m. a local bus would pass on the main avenue en route to Machu Picchu, but I later found that this wasn't so reliable.
40 soles.
Perfecto.
Ya, pero ¿cuánto tiempo demoras?
Yeah, voy a comprar. Check that out. Nobody in this world, I think, in Latin America, more productive than a night shift police officer sitting at a desk. I just walked into the office. The policeman yesterday said that I just waited at that corner at 6 a.m. I got here for 6 a.m. I went inside and he's like, maybe they'll stop, maybe they won't. There's all these buses, they'll come at random times. It won't be at 6. But if they see you like waving them down with your dog, they probably won't stop. So he looked on Facebook, like I wouldn't know how to do any of this, and basically just booked a van that was coming through. He booked 2 seats for Patty and I, and it's gonna cost like $30 all up for us to go all the way to this little dirt road town, Santa Teresa. Hey Miss Putz, you're adorable. So yeah, we're leaving at Iscuchaca at 9 a.m. Right now, obviously it's 6 a.m. But our hotel is right here. So the plan is to just walk back in there and maybe catch another couple hours of sleep. And we're back, aren't we, Miss Putz? Yeah, you should go. You got tuk-tuks all about, street little vendors, chickens and eggs. It's a completely different feeling now with just my dog and a backpack on my back now. Look at that. No tuk-tuk, no police problems, police solutions now that I just one man with a passport rather than all this paperwork for documents and temporary import papers and registration papers, insurance papers, third-party insurance papers. Too much with the tuk-tuk.
To provide clarity to first-time viewers hearing me say I drive a tuk-tuk, I'm en route from Argentina to Alaska in a famous vehicle here in Peru, and the trip to Machu Picchu is just one of the many side quests on this adventure.
We're just walking to the meeting point for the bus now. It's going to be here in about 20 minutes or so, so we'll find some breakfast. Maybe a little cafe, an empanada or so. Always music. ¿Puedo pagar con tarjeta? We got the ham cheese empanada. Give it a gaze. That's pretty good. It's one of the better ones in Peru. And little smoothie there as well. That's got a fruit from Peru specifically that I've only seen it. Lucama. Got a bit of banana and then a bit of yogurt. That'll get us started for the morning. Waiting on the corner. Beautiful girl, beautiful girl. Today I'm good friends with the police. They come out and check on me. These are the guys that I was talking to last night as well. Gracias. This is us. Por aquí. Detrás. Gracias, amigo. Yo, we made it, eh? That's gonna be us for a few hours. I don't know how many exactly, but
It didn't take long before Patty's desire to watch the Peru scenery overwhelmed her as she climbed onto my lap for some constant pats. To my surprise, I'm the only foreigner on the bus as I travel with locals who are all on their way to their homes located in the mountains surrounding Machu Picchu. If you're also wondering why I'm not sitting in the back row, all the locals are ferrying rice and other goods which are occupying the seats for now. It's so nice to sit back enjoying some of the typical Peruvian tunes coming from the bus's radio as we ascend up the windy mountain.
well, check it out. That is definitely scenery as we're on track now to Machu Picchu. Yeah, we just had the little one. She didn't really want to be in the aisle. She really wanted to just be all over me. So that was all right, but you're getting heavy, Miss Putz. Yeah, we're good, eh? You're doing great. There we go, we got it figured out. That's a bit better, isn't it, Miss Putz? You love being on me. Yeah, look at you. Oh my gosh, as soon as we start driving, she's all over me. Look at that, look at this one.
Not too long after our previous stop, we pull off again. It's never a good sign when the driver is looking under the bus.
Yeah, muy bien. I don't know why I felt like this would happen. The one time I go against my tuk-tuk is the one time we have a mechanical issue in the bus that we're paying for, but apparently the driver reckons that he got sold some like bad fuel with water inside because we're losing like power on this uphill, and I kind of believe that. We're going like a lot slower than probably we should on these uphills. Like we're going at tuk-tuk speed on these uphills, so I thought maybe that's the altitude, but nah, it doesn't seem like that. So we've got some stunning views. We've come from right down this mountain. You can't really see how high we've come up just simply because we're surrounded by crevices and crests of mountain ranges. There's a runaway pig, like a little piglet. That's Patty's first time seeing a piglet. She was like, what the heck is that? Lisa? Alright, we're back on the road. Up you go.
Cuéntame otra vez que la vida del campo no vale.
We just started driving off, we packed the bus, everybody on it, and then I was like, yo, are we missing this guy that's right here? His backpack's still there and everything. So we stopped the bus. I saved a life just right there. Little far.
Aunque la lluvia cae un paso natural.
What?
Tú quieres más y más y te quieres ahogar. El aire fresco lo quieres dañar. Aunque tus hijos lo han de respirar. Si no te importa, lánzate en un cohete a otro planeta que mejor te acepte.
we again get off the asphalt highway and onto some gnarly dirt road. Whilst I could have come this way in the tuk-tuk, each kilometer we drive is a nice reminder I didn't, as it would have taken me 2 full days just to drive the way up. Dust is riddling the bus with the speeds we're driving on the narrow mountain dirt, with insane nightmare fuel type drops into the valley below. This roadworks detour doesn't last long as we arrive to Santa Teresa after a total of 5 hours of traveling.
Hectic. He did so well, that legend. That was like, he drove fast, but he got it done, and we're still alive. So, I fully misunderstood. There's one more bus. Esa, yeah, hidroeléctrica.
Sí, ¿cuántos son? ¿Uno nomás?
Yeah, con la perita. Yeah.
¿Taxi o colectivo?
Colectivo mejor.
Ya, 10 soles. 20 soles sería de los dos.
Yeah, perfecto.
¿Sí? 10 minutos y nos vamos.
Perfecto, gracias. Just like that, helpful locals. So yeah, we got another quick bus and then 10-kilometer hike. We have to get to Aguascalientes tonight.
Aguascalientes is the last town of accommodation before Machu Picchu and also houses the restaurants, travel agents and ticket offices which open at 6 AM, which is why I have no choice but to arrive tonight and wake up tomorrow morning to purchase them.
There we go, we've got a quarter of a chicken for takeaway coming up, and then we'll get on the bus, eat that afterwards, do the hike, probably get to Aguascalientes at night, but we'll get there. Round 2, let's get it. I got the food, there's a lot of it. That's why it was about 10 USD, because the chicken is, someone's gonna have to help me, I think, and she deserves it. Just a half an hour drive this time to get to the hike entry start. Oh my goodness, peep this feast, Miss Pats. You've done so well today. Done so very well today. You want some? It's very hot. That's surprising. Look at where we are, holy heck. Yeah, eat, you can. Good girl. No. Don't be nibbling my little snack box there, loca. Aquí, pati, I'm nice. Hey, you're looking cute. This is what they call mostrito in Peru, which is like just chips, fried rice, and like chicken. And Peruvians claim that it's theirs. Oh my god. Es para ti. Pati, this is for you. There you go. Good girl. Nope. Good girl. Sweet. The driver reckons we can get the trekking done in 2 hours. We'll see how we go. We've got still some fries and rice. If we get hungry, we've got no time constraints. We don't even have a hotel booked. But I'm not worried about that. Like, surely there'll be something when we get there. Good girl. You're a little loca. She's gonna have the best time on this hike. So will I. There we go. There's water, Miss Pats. That's the freshest of fresh right there. And we even just picked up a couple packets of insect repellent as well from these stores. So we got everything we could need and more. How good's that? Locals are nice. They gave us the directions and there's no problems taking Pats up this one, which is great because we didn't really do much research about that. So up the stairs and then there's a left. We've got 2 hours of trekking ahead of us. I'm gonna sort this backpack. Pati, nope, put a key, come. Hey, Pati, come. Good girl. There we go. Off-leash Pats, that's what we love to see. Frick, man, the freedom's nice, isn't it, Miss Pats? Hey? We're loving it. Oh, heck. All these days on the road, highway traveling, almost forgot what this is about. It's about this. This right here. Backpacking, traveling like this. Man, I'm gonna be keen to get to Chile, sort this visa situation out, and enjoy Chile through and through. Can't believe we're going back to Chile. You're the best. You're the best. Yeah, she knows it too. See that river flowing through there? It's gorgeous noise as we've been walking up to it. The insects as well kind of going off. We're just enjoying it. That river noise.
we took a little fall. That's all good.
You good? Sure, you got across. We're just hiking with some friends right now. We just met, which is really nice, and Paddy's having the best time. So we got a big river across here. It's the railroad tracks. This is something I didn't know Paddy could do until like literally today. She's done it a few times. She's just showing off now for our new friends. This one's a bit more hectic. You got it? Would you guys mind filming? Just I'll carry her across. It'll be a nice clip. Is it on? Yeah. Big river, eh? Nice. Cool. There you go, Frank. Thanks, man. Look at that, they're calling it the city of the world. Machu Picchu. We did it, Miss Class. Good job. Holy heck, civilization. Look at that, that's very touristic, Miss Class. That's like nothing I've ever seen before. And in typical fashion, there's a perro peruano. ¿Cómo está, señor? He's a hairless dog. That's an ugly thing with the light just coming off it. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Oh my gosh, I'm so dead. That was a big walk. And those guys had a day pack, so I was just keeping up with them for good conversation. So the walk went fast, but with the pack that we're carrying, oh my goodness, that was hard work.
I don't have any excuses, but more so advice. It's a simple one, but I knew this might happen. We arrived without a booking, and whilst that's not entirely an issue, as there were plenty of hotels with available rooms, it took an hour going door to door to find one that accepted dogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am cooked out of my mind. I don't know if you can tell. Where do I begin? It was our probably 14th hotel that we checked to finally find this one. Like I said, we didn't have anything booked. They either didn't accept dogs or were fully booked. So I knew that coming in here that we would potentially have some issues, and we sure did. And carrying that big pack around the town, just going in circles, we entered one side of the town, and I'll show you where this hotel is located on the map. We are literally on the edge of the other side of the town, going door to door to door. Thankfully, there's only restaurants and hotels, and then a few agencies that are organizing tours. Other than that, there isn't anything. So I knew that we would get there, but I just knew that if I was filming while I was doing it, I would get frustrated. And I do want to thank Patreon, the exclusive platform where I upload real-time updates and exclusive raw edits of these, as well as soon as the videos are done, they go out there on Patreon before even the scheduled YouTube weekly vid comes out. So there's a few different, several tiers that those guys are basically paying per month to support our journey and support us. And as you can see, this is a 3-bed private room. We've gotten 2 nights and then the full day. The one of the very few that accept dogs, and this is the only room. This is the smallest room they had available. Yeah, and thanks to Patreon, we were able to receive this cost and say, yeah, okay, we can afford it. We can make it work, because a YouTube budget with all the taxis we took today. If you're interested in just checking out the Patreon platform, I'll leave a link below. There's a few free posts that exist there, and then you can see what's locked behind the different tiers and what you get. So it means the world for us. Even if you're just watching the video, or if you're a Patreon member with your name on the tuk-tuk, all the support is incredible. Thanks for everything, you freaking legends.
Each day, a maximum of 4,000 tickets can be sold for entry to Machu Picchu. 3,000 of them are designated to pre-bookings of tours and online sales, whilst 1,000 go on sale the morning before. I get in line at 6 AM, which is plenty early to reserve my ticket purchase place.
Here we are, we got number 67. We come back, it's between 1 and 150, we come back at 3 PM. That's the line. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I do this to myself, but I kind of cooked. I left my passport in my tuk-tuk, and I was thinking, I only realized just this morning, so I've come to get in the line, and I'm seeing all the other foreigners obviously with their passport in their hand. Everybody's talking about like, get your physical documents out, get your physical documents out, and I'm thinking like, I'm not going to be let to Machu Picchu. 7 hours drive, 3 hours of hiking. If they basically told me no, it was based on this one guy at the ticket office. So I gave him my driver's license in Australia. Luckily that's not expired yet. And then they said like, give me your passport, and I like started stressing, and I had like a photocopy of it, thank goodness. And that was apparently enough. Holy heck. Anyway, I've got the ticket. We've got to come back to the ticket office at 3 p.m. today to like purchase officially the tickets. I don't know why they do this system where it's like you wake up so early. I got in the line probably like 5:40, and yeah, we got through at about 6:30. I guess everybody here might be all going to the ticket office as well, but now we can relax. This is a day of like kind of just recovering and chilling out. I didn't bring my laptop, so I'm not going to do any editing. It's more just like enjoying Aguascalientes, this stunning city with Patty, doing a bunch of sightseeing. You can already see we're in like such gorgeous scenery, and there's a bunch of restaurants, bars. Everything's pretty touristic, but there's a lot of like beauty that comes with that as well. So this is how little research I've done about this place. There's apparently a waterfall and thermal pools up that way, and it's like a $7 entry fee for foreigners. And just there's little things around this entire town, like this sculpted rock. I hope the camera's showing it off as well as I can see it. Yeah, we've really just rested this morning, Patty and I, and getting out on the trots. At 3 p.m. we do have to return to buy the tickets, and then I might have to check out that. I doubt that I can take Patty. But we're just going on the trots now. There's a peruano, a traditional Peruvian dog, a little baby one. It's got a nappy and someone put it in a little blanket. That's nice. They really take care of the dogs here. This is a really nice overview of the town. We're at one end. We're staying this hotel behind. We're on the very perimeter of Aguascalientes, and it goes for quite a while. This river and the town built around it. Plenty of touristic stores and even like little cafes on a loft. That's really cool. There's bridges with padlocks all on it. You okay? It's a big dog, Miss Pats. Vamos, vamos. Quiere jugar. Huge mountains. A couple of bridges really crossing through what is such a pedestrian town, but also has a little bus stop. So this is a street, and part of it really doesn't feel like Peru though, where we're in a town built around a river in the mountains.
It's truly wild to have looked at the town of Aguascalientes on the Google Maps street view before arriving, and to now see it with my own eyes.
But over there would be more residential buildings, a lot more brickwork, facades happening as well. And walking off the river, we've got a lot of touristic storefronts that just run deep now. The further you go as well, the cheaper the things would get. Maybe the more authentic things get as well. A lot of this alpaca fleece though I know is being made in China, but comes with a bit more of a price tag if you want like the legitimate Peruvian stuff.
Food and souvenirs have inflated prices here in the tourist spot, so I'd save the purchases of gifts for Cusco and try to eat at places on the outskirts of the town or with prices displayed in the windows. The screenshots I'm showing were captured 10 years ago, and clearly the tourist business is booming with how much the infrastructure has changed.
Stay. Good girl. You're amazing.
Hiking entry cost is $50 USD, and whilst the pricing is the same online, I'm old school and never knew the exact date that I'd arrive. But I'm proof you don't need a lot of planning.
Everybody's outside waiting for their ticket to be called. Number 67 with my documents in the hand. And some guys on a megaphone there just calling it out. Ticket. All we got to do now is get on the bus at 7:30. Our ticket's for 8 a.m. Hopefully the weather's kind of cleared up, but it's early enough where we can still maybe get back to Cusco tomorrow. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're gonna walk Patty, leave with some food, plenty of water, and be there and back in a few hours. Machu Picchu, we're on Route 2A, which they reckon is the best route where you get to see a bit of the architecture and also the famous view. So we're doing it, ladies and gentlemen, without a passport. Now I'm off to chill in some thermal pools. First little ticket office, I've got, yeah, $5-6 US gets you to just the thermal pools. And there's a bit of a hike further up, but a lot more nature outside of the city now. And it looks pretty touristic, but it'll be nice to just chill. I met some South African lads just in front, and yeah, it's good to speak a bit of English. People look like they're dead. I'm not gonna film too much of these thermal pools because it's quite private, right? I can feel the heat coming off. There's 2 pools behind me, like 3 in front. Pretty good. Pretty good. So we've got a cold water pool, which clearly nobody's at, and then they all like vary in temperatures as you go further back. 34 degrees. With the mountains in the background. It's not very deep, but it's sufficient. We shouldn't put our head too far down there. And I believe it's natural. It's pretty brown, you can see that color, but I can't lie, it smells like piss as well. Right, that was an experience. My body feels a bit more refreshed. Perdón, una pregunta. ¿Es todo natural? Todo natural. Right, she reckons it's completely natural. So, I'll take her word for it. Natural pools might not get cleaned either, so... yeah, good stuff. Perfecto. Una cerveza peruana. Perfecto, gracias amigo. Well deserved. Tomorrow Machu Picchu. Let's get it. That's a pretty crispy Peruvian beer, the Cusqueño. Nice. Putty. There you go. You got the bed, because I know she's going to be on it anyway if I don't put her on the bed. She's got a blanket. You're all set. You just had a big walk, breakfast, you got plenty of water now. And you're going to chill. And I'm off to Machu Picchu. How good, I'm really excited. See you in a bit, Miss Pats. You're such a good girl. We've gotten really lucky with the weather as well. Clear as day. The word for Mother Nature in Spanish is Pachamama, so you could say, gracias Pachamama. I'm very grateful. There's a lot of people. I come by when there was maybe like 20 people in the line to get the bus tickets yesterday, and they said, no, there won't be that many people in the morning. So, I think these are all tour groups though. I don't have a guide, I just want to, enjoy the experience myself, go there, get there, and then come back for Pats, and then we'll have to leave not too long after. Just bought the bus tickets. It took all of 2 minutes to buy them, so I was front of the line. This line is for the 8 AM bus, but it's 7:15 currently, so a lot of eager travelers, which is cool. We crossed the gate and we're in. Even the mountains surrounding it. Yeah, you know you're here. There's no other place where you get dropped in and you see the landscape and you're like, you know, you're in Machu Picchu, which means old mountain in Quechua. We are here in Machu Picchu, no way. Just missing Miss Pats, unfortunately. So off the bat, there's a couple houses, more little archaeological ruins behind me as well. It was finished being built after 1471. So there's a lot of heritage sites that are far older than Machu Picchu itself. They say that Machu Picchu was once lost as well, but a lot of people say that's not true, as the local people knew about this place existing, and there was even a local innkeeper that took the first traveler to see this place that stated he discovered Machu Picchu. So I'm still enough Spanish where I'm gonna go in group to group. They don't know exactly how many people were living here at a point, but they did find a lot of things that indicated many people were living here, with different things to store water and store food.
I opted to walk through Machu Picchu guide-free, but you can organize one in Aguas Calientes the day before, or even at the entry if you haven't made up your mind. I was able to move at my own pace and feel the weight of the history everywhere I looked. Each stone, each terrace, every path tells a story that's thousands of years old. Here I was, just imagining the lives lived in these mountains.
This place is ridiculous. Look at it. That's stunning.
How good is this place, man? Wow.
So, you mind taking a photo of myself?
Where is Australia?
In Brisbane, what about you guys?
I'm from the US.
Was he being extra? Was he doing like these?
I'd buy that.
I appreciate you. Now I feel like I'm in Peru. Why did it take like 4 months to get this feeling of just like Peru culturally? Has so much depth to it. I feel like I'm still just barely scratching the surface. But seeing this monumental absolute beauty is really helping that process. So check this out, this is the Sun Gate. This is where energies pass and is the official entry to the city of Machu Picchu. Special stuff. So they say just like all roads lead to Rome, all roads lead to Cusco, starting through that entrance as well, exiting and going back to the main city. You can hike from here all the way to Cusco. Take a few days, but you can get there eventually.
Okay. She's going to repeat. Okay. Oh, there's a Columbia roll start. Oh,
Little bunny just chilling. That's cool. The guy just behind me said the bunny's even taking in the energy, so that there must be a lot of energy belief in this whole part and region. I am glad we didn't get a guide, because they're obviously a lot of people. You've come all this way, many people all the way from wherever they live, flights, buses, trains, just to get here. So you need to take it in. I'm also just thinking about Miss Pat's. What is this? Every time I'm like, what? Wow. You get a different angle of Machu Picchu, and then it's a different type of astonishing beauty. What? No way! Yeah, this is incredible. There's a lot of places in the world that are just hyped up and talked about excitedly, that are very touristic usually, but this is worth all of the excitement that comes with what Machu Picchu is, I think. Wow. We're in Machu Picchu, ladies and gentlemen. This is an epic showcase of all the native plants and samples of all of what they've found in this region of Peru. They've got cocoa plants, they've got the avocado trees, native passion fruits, but they're a sweeter one, and they call it granadilla here. This is all I'm hearing from this guide here. We're learning a little bit as we go as well, which is really cool. And here we now are seeing the less so famous backside of Machu Picchu, but still stunning in its ways, with the mountain backdrop and the snow-capped mountains off in the distance as well. Just behind me here you can see a really special part of Machu Picchu that doesn't use any mortar or cement type consistency to really just keep the rocks together. It's all sculpted into place with such precision and perfection, which is really impressive. Seeing such huge rocks, it really blows my mind. With the llamas behind me, it really wouldn't be Machu Picchu without them. But funnily enough, Machu Picchu didn't originally have llamas. They were all introduced and brought in, but they really add to the beauty of it, just them grazing in this grass field. So clearly officials don't have any issue with them either, to allow them and keep them here. They've all got little tags in the ears as well, so somebody would own these llamas that live in Machu Picchu as well. And even to just be in one of these buildings is really special. You know that many different people have done cooking, done cleaning, done traditions, ceremonies, potentially all in here. Two little doors. Very cool. Many people fortunately don't feel the elevation effects while they're in Machu Picchu, because they usually arrive to Cusco first, which is sitting at a higher altitude than where we are currently. Look at this, golly. Skinny little window to just the most stunning view. Wow. These bigger sections of rocks balancing on each other without anything between. You can't even fit a piece of paper between it. And if you can see, up there is where the route continues. This is the type of videos you get where they paid guide as well. They really try hard for the Latino legends over here in this part of the world.
very like zoomed up on your face, zoom out. Sadly, we're walking back now to the exit, getting to the bus, getting back to Pat's. And I'm just so appreciative of how good the weather is today, because sometimes you can't see more than past really where my hand is. It's just all fog. Magical time. A lot more people now here coming up, and today by itself I've met more Australians than I have on my entire 2.5 years traveling in Latin America. We're getting on the bus now. Miss Potts, we got back to you in record time, didn't we? Yee, so good to see you. Muévelo colito. Now we've got a 3-hour hike and 6 hours of buses to take. Well done. Well done. Good girl, Miss Pats, you're amazing. You're amazing. That wasn't easy. Patty, no es tu torito. She thinks literally that it's her tuk-tuk. Vamos. Ey, basta. Vamos, Patty. Ya. No es tuyo. Ok, perdón por ensuciando tu cabeza. Join us next week on The Thrill Dream, where Patty and I show off a full week of travel in the south of Peru, seeing for the first time the Pampa Plains, returning to the world's highest altitude lake, before then descending down to sea level to battle through the bureaucracy headache of our overstayed visa to prepare us for the border crossing to Chile.